All right, hell yeah. We do a sweet spin on this, and this is a low side pile turn. You know what I mean, right off the bat. And then we actually hold the surf, and then we're going to go back and try to do another one. Do we do it? Hell no. But maybe we can next time. And then we're going to try to do a pile spin off that. All right, hell yeah. So let's take a look at this. This is really cool because one of the other surfers, R1 surfers, was, like this was the intuitive way to spin, set up a surf, and then be on the low side. And so I call this a low side turn because I'm driving into the wave and I'm going to get turned this way, and I'm over on that other side. And that's going to put me low into the trough. So this requires me to jump to the other high side at some point and then pry. So that's what I'm going to call a low side turn. Drive in on the low side, jump to the high side, and pry. And that motion gets me in there, I think, just deeper. It's got dynamics where I can drive into that hole, bite a little bit so I can drive in and start that rotation. That's the whole idea. The low side part is to drive into the hole deep, get my weight down into the hole, which helps, and then hit something and then set that drive up. Jumping to the high side is kind of releasing my weight from the boat, and so and that just makes the spin actually go easier. So this is again a low side pile turn, and we're going to spin up against the pile, and then I'm going to jump to the high side and pry, and then we're able to bring it all the way around. And in this one, since I'm going to be on the other side of the pile, taking strokes to maybe try to get back there, and we're able to save the surf, and I even kind of realized that, I need to get to the other side and surf back in. And so that's what we do. And then we're all set up to spin this again, but we're just not able to do it. And so we've talked about the dynamics here. This wave is so small, it requires me to really paddle deep into the trough and then get my body directly deep into the trough and up against that pile. So only start the pile. Two things, get deeper, and then, I might be over there far enough, but it's just the deepness, like trying to take two more little quick paddle strokes and get deep into that trough, because when I do edge, look at that, I'm not deep into that trough. And then so in the spin, I'm just going to spin. And again, this is the tiniest wave, but just the fact that you can do this on tiny waves, then you get a bigger wave and you're just like, oh hell yeah, I got this dialed. All right, so thanks for joining me, and booyah.